Hey everyone, it's Geeky Panda here with another Guide to an Anime Con 2.0 video. This time I'm going to be talking about informal dances. Now, let's get off with the clear stuff first. Now, the informal dances are known as to be more like a EDM or electronic dance music or rave style dances. They are totally different from the formal dances. They usually take place at night on Fridays and Saturdays, and of course you must have a badge to enter in. Also, there might be, or there probably will be, a no bag policy within reason, of course, and no bottled drinks are allowed to be brought in. There might also be pocket checks as well, because a lot of people just like to ruin it for people to bring in drugs or alcohol, and then, well, you just fucked up the whole thing. So, other things to know, it can get very hot, and if you are prone to seizures, please, for the love of God, it is highly recommended that you do not attend. I know if you want to go with your friends, I know they invited you, but if you are really that prone, especially if you haven't taken your medications, do not go. If you cause a seizure, the whole thing stops and you're going to the hospital and you're going to have to explain it to your parents. Now, preparing for the informal dance, first and foremost, take a shower. It can go a very long way and it will get hot and sweaty. So why not take a shower to be fresh, be clean? Because if you don't, the room itself is already con-funk central. Don't make it worse. Please take a shower beforehand. Also, wear light clothes. Again, it is going to be hot as hell. The lighter, the better. For me, I got like Under Armour shirts, which is great. I wear just some standard light shorts and comfortable, sneakers or something else that is just, you're gonna sweat. It's gonna get very hot, so the lighter you wear, the better. Now, I know some people want to bring in their cosplays. As long as it's like a light cosplay and stuff like that, you don't plan on wearing it the next day, go for it. But again, do know it's gonna be smelly. Now, I also recommend before going, eat a small meal and drink plenty of water beforehand, because that's going to be, dehydration's a bitch. And if you have a small meal before you go, your body's got something to go on. And of course, when you're rolling with your squad, you gotta roll good. Don't forget any squad mates. Now, this last piece of it, if you pre-game. Now, when I mean pre-game is if you start drinking beforehand, because well, we all know everyone does, or a lot of people do at least, don't be drunk off your ass by the time you get in. Like, to the point where you puke, you will be escorted out in shame, and you just fucked up part of the dance, because you decided to go buck wild right before. So please, for the love of God, do not go overboard with the drinking before you go into the informal dance. It just ruins it for everyone, especially the smell. Also, do not come to the dance if you're literally tripping balls off any illegal substances, because again, it all comes down to this: don't fuck up, because you're gonna fuck up the informal dance. Because some conventions out there will look at it, be like, wow, we've had a lot of issues in the past, why don't we're just gonna just cut it out altogether. And it has happened, including Anime Boston. There was an incident back in 2012, I believe, and that's how it's gone. Totally gone. Or 2013. It's one of those years. So the actual dance itself, now the room will have a max capacity limit and will be strictly enforced, because the security out there is going to have little things to figure out how many are in and out. Now at the entrance, of course, they will again check your badges and other items. Pockets maybe. Again, no bags depending on the con, of course, but if you want to bring in glow sticks, bring in glow sticks. Hey, that's fine. That's glow sticks. Come on. There's usually a vendor selling them inside or outside the room. Bathrooms, of course, are always going to be nearby, and take note of them. And the room, again, will be hot and it will be very crowded. There's also going to be water stations inside the dance room. They're usually all around the room, basically, against the wall. Now, the water stations are locked to prevent tampering with the water. And again, drink plenty of water. It'll help cool you down and help keep you hydrated. Of course, drink from a cup that you trust. Drink from something that you poured yourself and no one else has poured for you, or drink from a cup that's been left out. It's just, again, we don't want to just make stupid mistakes here. Now, if it is too loud, I recommend bringing in earplugs just in case. Also, if you start getting a little too hot, feel free to take 5 to 10 minute breaks when needed. Just, again, there are chairs all around the room. Take a break real quick and then just jump back in and have fun. Now, the other things, the deeper in the crowd you are, the hotter it will be, of course, and then you might smell some stuff. Now, there is a map out here. Now, do note, which I keep saying a lot, do note, it is a pretty accurate goddamn map, because you're always going to have the campers out in front of the DJ booth. The base zombies are always going to be right there. The slut zone, the mandatory mosh pit area, all mixed sorts of weirdos, and the talent pit. And also, I love this, too old for this shit spot. It is so true. Like, if you want to party out and dance with your group and stuff like that, the slut zone is perfect. The mandatory mosh pit area shows off a bit of talent, and you can, see some cool stuff. The talent pit is usually, of course, right near the end, and all mixtures of things is in between. Again, base zombies. It's gonna be fucking loud. So hope to God your ears can take it. And seriously, in all honesty, this is the most accurate thing I've ever seen for an EDM dance. And I've been to plenty of conventions where they have their own informal dance, and it's usually always the same setup that people always do. So again, see to the map. Now, if you do start feeling sick, and I mean, like the breaks in the water aren't helping you, feel free to go see security for medical assistance, or just exit out of the room in general, because again, we don't want you to, break down on us here. We want everyone to have a fun time, which the primary cause of things at a rave, if something goes bad, it's usually seizures, puking, heat exhaustion, and dehydrations. Both of those things are a bitch. They definitely are. Like, if you've been drinking a lot of soda and shit before you come in, I highly recommend drinking a lot of water to help combat it, because again, soda will make you thirstier. So just keep note. And after the dance, I recommend, after everything gets out, yada yada, go back to your room, take a shower. A nice cold shower will go a long fucking way, unless you're so fucking tired you decide to pass out. But if you take a nice quick shower, I guarantee you will feel like $1,000,000. Also, make sure you have some vitamin water or Gatorade or the polymerite stuff. It'll help fill back those electrolytes, the needed things that your body has to go on. Drink some of that real quick before you head to bed, and you're all good to go. Now, these tips are very important because I always love the informal dances for conventions, and I always hate to see people fucking up intentionally or unintentionally, which causes the informal dance to close down or to be taken out entirely. Now, these things are really awesome because at the end of the day of the convention, what's better to party it out and dance out the night on a Saturday, because the next day the convention is over. So hopefully these tips will serve everyone well. Please post down any tips that I have missed in the comment box. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. This is the Geeky Pandy here, signing out, to remember, stay geeky, my friends.